about how his house once almost burned down, joked about how he knows what they are feeling because he almost lost his Corvette, fell asleep while meeting with Maui residents, and is now going back on vacation.
During COVID, we got government assistance, so at least we were able to sustain ourselves financially, even though we weren't at work. With this regime in-house, we are absolutely getting no help, nothing. Not $1 is coming to them, to us. So the only way we are able to survive are through visitors and tourism dollars. There's not one tourist on this entire beach, you guys. Not one. All of them locals. And the reason all the locals are out here are because all of us are unemployed. Because we won't get any help from the government. Not $1 is coming to us. How are we going to sustain ourselves through this next 6 to 8, 9, 10 months without not $1 coming through here? It's impossible, you guys. We can't sustain this without government help. And since we're not getting any government assistance or any government help, this is insane.
Approving their request. We watched the devastation around us without the ability to help. We anxiously awaited the morning knowing that we could have made more water available to Maui Fire Department if our request had been immediately approved.
If this is true, if he held the water back while these people burned alive, and he thought, well, you need water, but you should appreciate the greater goal of equity, that's despicable. I don't believe it. I can't believe somebody would actually delay water for 5 hours. But then again, we've seen the ideology of equity show up everywhere. So while I understand that you might need water to be safe, there are other people, local farmers, that deserve that water too. If that was actually the conversation, God help that person, because that's just disgusting.
It's only getting more and more bizarre each day in Maui, and now there are very strange reports surrounding FEMA, such as the dumping of supplies into the Lahaina landfill and denying people who are in need.
Yesterday, they were told they could go to the FEMA tent to get food and water. They were told that they could go. I don't know who told them that. When they went to the air-conditioned, enclosed tent with, did I say air-conditioned inside? Just to get food and water, the morgue operations, Hui, that's down there, which includes retired firemen, who came out of retirement to come and help because they have the proper certifications to do that job, were turned away. Because it is a separate funding. So this is where you guys and me come in to take care of our own people, because these entities of Red Cross and FEMA, they're coming to help themselves do the job that they're here for. They're not here to help us do the job that we are trying to do for us. It's like, man, you're fend for yourself. You're part of that department, you have to take care of yourself. You're part of that department, you have to take care of yourself. You're part of FEMA, we're going to take care of ourselves because we're here to help you. That's what it is today.
And then there's this.
It just keeps getting worse here on Maui. FEMA is requiring people whose homes burned to the ground to produce documents that they no longer have because their home burned to the ground. They are denying assistance, and these maggots will find any excuse to avoid helping people.
The big story today is FEMA pushing for a full media blackout on Maui. An email sent by FEMA to a nonprofit in Maui to help with disaster relief requested to stop posting any images or videos while on the ground, effective immediately. Here's a look at the letter from the Director of the Office of External Affairs. Out of respect for those who perished, we were asked by Maui County officials to pause on posting on social media and elsewhere new imagery of damage, disaster.
That has never happened before. Never.
Debris starting now. They are asking for a full stop on disaster imagery going forward. At this time, we have not been asked to take any photos or video down. Our team on the ground is coordinating with the county for further guidance to ensure we remain in harbor. the Maui Massacre. Thank you for joining me for today's video. We're continuing our coverage of the Maui Massacre, which is now being referred to as worse than Pearl Harbor. We'll look into the top guys behind the wheel of it all, and also into the missing children, and of course, President Joe Biden, who literally fell asleep on the people of Maui. We also have a brand new story about FEMA's full blackout on Maui. As always, we're going to include footage that you will not find on mainstream media, so don't skip any of today's video. Let's go. Why, 2 weeks after the fire, are there still no updates on the children? We are going to be here asking about them every single day until we get solid answers. Greg Gutfield went.
It's absolutely despicable that they didn't say how many kids are missing. You know, absolutely despicable. They're just say these many amounts of people. They don't say whether they're male, they're female. I understand that they're burnt, but they have a list of people that are missing. So this is pretty just absolutely horrific.
Other public schools. 200 signed up for distance learning. Out of 3,000 students, 600 are accounted for enrolled in school. How many children died in Maui? Hundreds? Thousands? No one will say. Joe Biden is now on his way back to his Lake Tahoe vacation home.